All right.
3 seconds, hurry up.
Actually, not again. I'm not letting this happen again. Okay, there we go.
All right. 4-point game. We have a really close one here in the fourth.
Yeah, good nice. Good pass. Good play.
Sleep again.
Little basket.
Hey. Come on. No.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Adley LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Lauri Markkanen is out there with Jackson. And it's ABC. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Celtics, Pritchard and White are their guards. Mitchell Robinson out there with Tatum. And it's George in at the 3 spot. On paper, this game looks one-sided, GA, but you never know in the NBA, do you? As they say, anything can happen.
Yeah, that means there's so much talent in the league. If one or two guys get hot, this could end up being an upset. The difference between good teams and bad is razor thin.
And that's a special play coming from the 1 spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Utah with the rebound.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
Here's Peterson, and he can't bank that one in. 11 feet away, Robinson. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pritchard against George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Outside, George. Off target from 3-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's George finishing it off.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever learned to let go of the rim. Outside, George. Pass to Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Lots of layers to it, Coach. But what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
And that one falls for Tatum. Hey, Stan, how about the Boston Celtics? Back-to-back 60-win seasons.
Well, Kevin, winning 50 is a great season. 60 wins is simply incredible. We have lots of regular seasons where no team wins 60. Credit Joe Mazzulla, his staff, and players for keeping this thing rolling. Well, look, what makes Tatum special is he helps you in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and on the glass.
Now, here is George. Pass to Peterson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over White. And Utah again with the bucket.
and he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this way.
A nice shot by George.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Peterson the pass to Nurkic. Here's Peterson. Nobody near George. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 7 points in the game.
A lot of confidence from George shooting the three early in his career.
Tatum. And the rejection by Jackson. George with the steal. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Outside, White. Outside, George. Nice ball movement by Boston. And George with the stuff.
Holding nothing back there. George gives the dunk his all.
The Jazz trailing. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. He's focused on Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, always a big problem for opponents. Coach told me Triple J does the two things we all want, hit threes and block shots. He's won a Defensive Player of the Year, so we're talking about one of the toughest guys to game plan for because he's really good at both ends. Kevin, back over to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. Here's George following the bucket by the Celtics. There's the line to Markkanen.
Timeout.
Stuff the alley-oop.
Markkanen showing his athleticism, soaring to hammer home the alley-oop.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first. And staying Utah has been all about basketball up until last year. The Jazz, the only major professional sporting franchise in the state.
Yeah, now they've got hockey, but from the venerated days of Stockton and Malone in the 80s, basketball has become effectively the state sport of Utah.
The Celtics with the lead. Now Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Back to Pritchard. 6 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. No good that time. George with the defensive effort. With the drive, and it's George finishing it off.
Aggressive slash from the young guard. George fears no one when attacking the basket.
Outside, George connects from three-point range. George has got 7 points in the game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Jackson. And the call is going to be, yes, it is an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pit wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Tari Eason's checked in for Jaren Jackson. George finds Tatum. Misses the three.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And George, here we go. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Out to White. Pass to Pritchard. And here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Pass to George. Here's Peterson. And it's sent back by White. Down low. Here's Tatum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
Now, here is George. He's got 9. Here's Peterson. And that time, also a missed shot.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
So it's the Jazz now. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Shot by Eason, no good. Celtics leading by 6. Pass to Pritchard. That falls nicely that time from George.
It's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Celtics making a switch here. Kate is checked in. Utah also making some changes. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Nurkic. Bailey comes in for ABC. And it's Collier in for Keontae George. Here's Eason. Still yet to score. And he banks in the layup.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. 6-point game. Outside, White. Pass to Tatum. Rebound, Utah. Bailey with the ball. White with the defensive effort. In the corner, Tatum with it. Gets the three-point of the fall. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
Well, we don't see Tatum shoot the corner 3 all that often, but that doesn't mean he can't hit them.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Bailey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
The defender all
personal foul. First team foul.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Bailey, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And the Celtics making a change here. He hits both from the stripe. Celtics leading by 7. Now here's Tatum. He has 7. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Well, Tatum's size playing a factor there near the bucket.
And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything.
On defense, Utah. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Over Markkanen. And that one goes long.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
And he uses the glass on the lane.
Both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Hauser with the ball. He's covered by Eason. Pass to Sharman. And here's Gonzalez. Dropping on the board. It's good from long range.
Man, what a way to start this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. A perfect game.
And the Jazz call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. It's key to stay fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
On defense, Boston, 10-point lead. Here's Collier. Hasn't made one yet. Smokes one up. Second chance shot. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, he was using that big frame. Markkanen can pile up offensive rebounds.
Utah shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
free throw, no good for Markkanen. You know, Greg, in recent seasons, Lauri Markkanen has taken on a leadership role.
And Markkanen has been the featured player on some very young teams. And he's really embraced that role, proving to be a positive influence both on and off the court.
Utah with the ball after the basket by Boston.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Collier. He doesn't hit that one. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Here's Gonzalez. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. The Celtics making a switch here. Chris is checked in.
Luka Gaza.
.135 left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, Markkanen. Good.
Lauri
Markkanen's got 6.
Assisted by Bailey.
We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Hauser. With the floater, Markkanen with the block.
Well, there's Markkanen putting his 7-foot frame to use with the block.
And Markkanen throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Garza. Pass to Shireman. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
The shot by Filipowski, no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Shireman can't hit. Jazz trail by 6. Bailey passes to Markkanen. Six to shoot. Going inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul, third team foul.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Jazz, Lauri Markkanen taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Markkanen drops them both. One second left. The shot will not fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. Celtics lead by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
27.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Well, their defense was incredible. Wreaking havoc and coming up with steals left and right. Just a tremendous effort.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz, trailing by 4. Conley out there with White. Then it's Robinson. Then it's George. And it's Garza in at the 4-slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's White, following the missed shot by Nurkic. George passes to Conley. Now here's White. 5 on the clock. George hacks a 2-pointer. Kept alive by Boston. Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Here's Peterson. Shoots over White. Peterson misses. Celtics leading by 6. Bobbed up there for Robinson. Hammers the alley-oop through. So, Stan, when it comes to preparing your team for a game, as a coach, what are the main things you're trying to get across?
Well, look, Kevin, I think the main things is you've got to decide what the main things are. And when you've got maybe an hour to prepare a team for a game, they're not going to be able to go through everything you would like them to know. But you got to decide. You got to prioritize. These are the 2 or 3 things we've got to get done tonight, and you've got to have a clear understanding of those.
Here's George after the basket by Jaren Jackson. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have the jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball.
And so it's Utah with it. Conley against George. Outside, White. No good from outside.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, Markkanen's staying after it. He has got it going.
Conley kicks to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 11.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process. Seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
Yeah, he's not just a perimeter shooter. Markkanen will take it right at you.
White the pass to Garza. From downtown. And it's White missing. Jazz trail by 4. George looking around. Takes it inside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on White.
And during his rookie year, Keontae George started about half of his game. Running the point most of the time. That experience will pay off for him.
Free throw, no good. Boston making a switch here. And the second free throw, good. Celtics leading by 3. George passes to Pritchard. Here's White. Peterson grabs the miss. Jazz have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. George with the bucket.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Now White, pass to Cada. Pritchard with the ball. Jazz have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the second quarter so far.
Boston foul. Derek White. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
One drops. He ties it up. Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside, White. Pass to Cato. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Jazz shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Boston's gone 0-2 from deep into the second. To the inside. Pritchard. Good. It's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got 6.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Outside, George. There's the drive. And Boston with the rebound.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for White.
Well, talk about a guy who gives you exceptional effort. Derek White is always watching the floor for gaps he can fill, places he can make a difference in the game.
Both good from the line that time. Here's George. 12 points for him. Pass to Markkanen. Tipped away. George with the ball. Out guarded by Tatum. There's Markkanen. And Markkanen.
Timeout.
So good to see Markkanen using force on his finish.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. What a unique skill set Jaren Jackson Jr. coach brings to the floor.
No question, Kevin. He's a two-way player, a defensive player of the year who also has proven he can be a primary scorer, and he can score it from the three-point line, or he can put it on the floor and go to the basket. Plus, he's got a post game. This is one of the most versatile players in the league.
Checked in for the Jazz. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 1. Jackson against Tatum. There's the three from anywhere, anytime.
Tatum, solid from 3. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
George passes to Peterson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on White.
Third team foul.
For Utah, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. And so George will bring it up for the Celtics. They've led by as much as 10. Outside, White. George against Eason. Just 5 on the clock. Tatum, that's good.
Well, look at how his team works to get Tatum set up for success. Feeding him when he's ready to fire.
Here's Peterson. He's got 8. Let's go. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Celtics leading by 3. Here's White. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Eason down low. Defended by George. Looking around. Outside Tatum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz trailed by 3. Pass to Nurkic. It's Jackson atop the key. Here's Peterson. Left side, George. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor. Outside, White. Pass to George. Now Pritchard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
And the slip pass from George. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
And the Jazz call time here.
Well, I know what their coach is preaching in this huddle. Can you guys please stop turning it over?
From the Jazz with some changes. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Nurkic. Bailey comes in for ABC. And it's Collier in for Keontae George. Now here's Jackson. Bailey passes to Collier. And he gets it to go.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Over to the wing. Pass to George. And here is Tatum. Tatum slipped by the contact inside.
Well, we've come to expect this from Tatum. Just so good at taking over games all by himself.
Filipowski passes to Bailey. And Shireman pulls it down. Celtics leading by 4. Outside, George. To the middle. Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
second personal
Yeah,
foul.
from the
Second
moment
team
he
foul.
entered the league, Tatum's shown so many different moves. A polished offensive force.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. He's off on the second. Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Eason. Kept alive. Jackson. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Second chance points. Jackson using his size on the offensive glass.
Outside, George. And a miss there on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Eason's shot is good. And now just a 1-point Celtic lead.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Here's Pritchard. Rebound, Utah. Lepowski's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Collier. Out to the wing. Pocket 6. On the high post. That one, no good.
Remaining in the first.
Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Bailey. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Boston shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Now, Hauser. And he's good on the 3 ball. Hauser's got 6.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Collier. Jackson has the open look. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
A strong 3-point shooter. Jackson Jr. responds.
Here's George. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Collier. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Pritchard. And some changes here for the Celtics. Ours is checked in. And it's Gonzalez in for Tatum.
Gonzalez.
Pass to Eason. And the layup is good. He's got 6. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Pritchard. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Hauser. That one a little long. Utah leading. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And the dunk by Eason.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Fast break. Here come the Jazz from the baseline. And Utah again with the bucket.
And that trip played out perfectly for him.
Now Pritchard. Here's Garza. 11 feet out and he hits it. Garza's got his first basket. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Jazz out in front as they wrap up the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please give a big round of applause for your Celtics youth dance team.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Lauri Markkanen had a huge first quarter. He had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. And Kenny, what you see out there from the Jazz?
You have to love a team that pounds the offensive glass. That's going to gain you extra possession. And check this out. Sometimes just having more offensive chances than your opponent wins the basketball.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
Fellas, just a total lack of effort on the boards. I'm not getting technical. I never really did. It's all about heart. If they were better in that area, they'd probably be winning this game. I'm just saying.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Getting underway here in the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Jaren Jackson is out there with Nurkic. Then it's George, and it's ABC, and it's Markkanen in at the small forward. Now here's White. Richard with the ball. Driving to the basket. Robinson can't cash in from close range. Utah leading by 3. Right side Markkanen over George. And Boston with the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. And George drops them both. And so George will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 1-point game. Tatum against Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Good job to take it right at the ball.
The Jazz have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
George, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from George. And George drops them both. Celtics trail by 3. Now here's White. Outside, George. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Markkanen inside the line. They grab their own miss. He gets it in there. Nurkic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Jazz.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Pritchard passes to Robinson. Here's George, and then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does this team want from him? He said, be aggressive, don't defer. And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you guys.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. Here's Peterson. Paul George making his last shot. Outside, George. To the paint. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 4 this quarter.
Easy to see the kind of impact George is going to have in this league. Already so productive.
Now here's White. Defense is right there. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. George dishes to Markkanen. The 10-footer. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And the craftiness that Markkanen shows around the rim makes him tough to deal with.
George passes to Tatum. Back to George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. George has got 19 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's George. Goes right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Pritchard against George. A 3-ball. Rebound, Utah. Markkanen's got his 6th rebound on the night. And stolen by Tatum. Taking that tough shot. Jason Tatum.
Well, look, Tatum has the length and strength to do damage in there.
George finds Markkanen. Over Pritchard. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by George. 20 points for him.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw earlier.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Now, timeout called by Boston. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Well, the defense has not been able to slow him down inside. And until they offer some sort of resistance, just keep feeding him the ball.
checked in for Pritchard.
For Celtics Entertainment.
Robinson finds George. Outside Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The three from George. Peterson grabs the miss. Peterson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to George. Now here's Nurkic, guarded by Robinson. 11 feet away. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
Yeah, that's good discipline to stay attached and alter the shot.
Now here is George. 19 points in the game. The kick out to Tatum. Jackson against George. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Robinson. And finally they hit one. Robinson's got 8 points.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
And here is Tatum. He's got 20. Outside, George. Utah with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Peterson. And it's Derek White with the rebound. White's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Conley. Rebounded by the Jazz. Pass to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Yeah, he's certainly not a sloper. He's big. Markkanen runs the floor really well.
George against Markkanen. Lobbed up there for Robinson. An emphatic LU jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
You can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Utah calls timeout.
It's time for some T-shirts right now, fans.
Mars is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Paul George. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Tari Eason comes in for Jackson. Bailey's checked in for ABC. And it's Collier in for Keontae George. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Bailey passes to Markkanen. Shot clock at 3. And the shot is good. Markkanen's got the lead up to 7 now for Utah.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Here's Hauser. Yep, it counts. Hauser's got 8 points.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Eason. And Shireman pulls it down. Boston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4.
Great recognition there from Conley. He saw an opening and took it.
Here's Collier. Here's Eason. And he makes good on the layup. 12 points for him.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Pass to Shireman. Celtics passing it around. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closer. The shot that time, not on target. You know, Stan, even at this late stage of his career, Mike Conley brings tremendous value to the team.
He sure does, Kevin. And look, we know this. No one brings more discipline and professionalism on a nightly basis. He keeps this team poised. He keeps his team organized, and he's a great mentor to the young players on his team.
And Ace Bailey picks up the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Kate is checked in, and it's Gonzalez in for Mike Conley. Here's Gonzalez. Scoreless thus far. Shireman rebounded by Bailey. Utah leading by 7. Up top, Markkanen. That one falls. Markkanen's got 26.
As the lead continues to grow, this is just heady, sound basketball.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Now here's Gonzalez. Here's Hauser. The rebound by the Jazz. Filipowski's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Bailey, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Personal foul, 17 foul.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Jazz.
Well, you got to love their aggressiveness on the offensive glass. They have just refused to give up on any of the plays.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Boston with the ball. They trail by 11. Here's Shireman. Pass to Garza. Here's Hauser to stop the run. Good on the triple. Hauser's got 11.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Eason. Hauser defending.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Gonzalez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Isaiah Cowley. The Celtics have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
First free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Jazz leading by 9. Pass to Eason. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now Hauser. He's covered by Eason. And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got 7 points for the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. Six on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
At the line for the Jazz, Filipowski. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Filipowski. Celtics trail by 11. Inside, here's Queta. Lays it up. Queta's got his first points of the game.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside, Markkanen. Shot clock at 5. That one drops for Markkanen's got 12 points here in the second half.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of it.
And he hits the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. He's made 2 of his 3 attempted tonight.
Lowry from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
1 shot.
That free throw good for Markkanen. So it's Utah enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the fake. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Pritchard and White are their guards. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Garza in at the power forward position. That's the Boston 5. Here's White. And they'll get another chance. And here's Tatum for 3. Boston getting another chance here. Robinson misses. Utah leading by 12. Here's Peterson. Pass to Nurkic. Tries again. Rebound Boston. Now Pritchard. Into the lane. That one wide left. Jazz shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
Pritchard. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Two.
At the line for the Jazz, Peterson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. To the inside. The flush. Tatum.
It's tight there, helping both to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Yeah, the score is also the result of quality defense. These teams are almost doing more on that end.
Now here's Jackson following the missed shot by Nurkic. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the lead, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
George is checked in for the Celtics. Now here's Tatum. Jacks up a 3. Peterson grabs the miss. Peterson's got 6 rebounds in the game. And here's Tatum for 3. Kept alive by Boston.
Well, that's been the story here. A lot of lucky bounces going their way to give them extra possession.
The length and quickness of George is so difficult to guard against. That really compromises the defense, forcing them to foul.
Throw good, Paul George. And the Jazz making a change here. George is checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Pritchard pulls it down. Pritchard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Jazz leading by 8. George with the bounce backs. Here's Jackson. Back to George.
Jazz foul. George. First personal foul. First team foul.
Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Right side Tatum. And the rejection by Jackson. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that one had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
Yeah, look, they've shown great resolve to work their way back into this one, but they're not done yet. They're going to have to grind it out.
Time call here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Jazz leading by 8. A nice shot by George. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. You've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And we know George can score from all 3 levels, which is why he's capable of catching fire.
Here's George. The rebound by the Celtics. George has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Pritchard. Outside, George. Back to Pritchard. Beyond the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Pritchard's got 7 now in this quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
Here's Peterson. Over White. White with the defensive effort.
And really, that is why he is feared as a defender, right in your face on that shot.
Well, good footwork, good assertiveness, able to put a ton of pressure on the shooter.
Here's Peterson. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Pass to Nurkic. Down low. Robinson with the block. And the points coming for them now, Greg and Bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from White.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Now, here's George. On the wing, Jackson. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Tatum. To take the lead. Pass to Pritchard. Outside, White. 4 on the shot clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Peterson.
Well, look, if you're trying to slow down White, you first have to match his activity.
Line for 2, Derek White.
ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Markkanen, he's checked in for Baylor. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the jam. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. Robinson with the block. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. The three from George. Peterson grabs the miss. The Jazz shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Pass to George. Stolen by White. And here comes White. Leading the fast break. And White slams it in.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that.
And it's sent back by White. To the paint. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
Markkanen passes to George. They need this one. A putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Tatum using his size and foul.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
George against Richard. Here's Peterson. The shot's good on the assist by George. 14 points for ABC.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Pass to George. To the inside. Here's Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Well, Jackson Jr. can go over either shoulder. He can face up. He's a tough cover in that.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And they've also been steady from the three-point line and doing a good job creating room for their shooters and then converting.
Well, you talk about a guy who could start for any team in the league. That's what Jaren Jackson is all about.
The Celtics making a switch here. Garza's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
George. Pass to Garza. George looking around. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. Look, he's got to find something easier. Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Richard with the ball. Outside, George. Pass to Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
3rd team foul. At the line, Mitchell Robinson. At the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Jazz trail by 3. From 13, and it's White with the rebound. Boston's got some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Good initial.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now here's Jackson. Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And now it's time for a presentation of the player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you could be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Pritchard over to the left wing. The 3. Rebound, Utah. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on White.
Personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Utah, Peterson, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Good on both.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Garza.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter.
Moving the ball for the highest percentage look.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Now here's Markkanen. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Here's George. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Markkanen with the block.
So that's what you want to see from Markkanen. Attacking the defense and forcing them to react.
Team foul. Shooting for Utah, Lowry, Markkanen. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
And Markkanen dropped from both. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Boston. They've led by as much as 10. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for the Celtics, Paul George. At the line for 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, no doubt about those free throws coming up big in the clutch.
Here's Markkanen, and he finishes nicely on the way. Markkanen's got 35 in the game.
What a shot by Markkanen. You can see why his teammates turn to him down the stretch.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with a foul.
And they had a foul to kill, but you want to use it on the ground.
At the line for the Celtics, Paul George. At the line for 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. We both at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Here's Markkanen. Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. There's 53 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Celtics entertainment, everyone. Come on, make some noise. Let's get wild, fans. Stand up. Make some noise.
There's 53 seconds left in the game. To Peterson. 5 to shoot. Garza pulls it in. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure. And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 5. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
shirt, make some noise. Entertainment.
27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Puts up a deep three. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Peyton Pritchard at the line for 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
From deep three-point territory. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Substitution on the court.
So we see Boston get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got the sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man,
thank you fans for coming out to cheer on your team.
And now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Jason, with you guys being such a young team, how do you continue to improve to reach your potential?
We got to watch film. I mean, we did a lot of good things today. A lot of things we could have done better. And we just got to be focused, composed, play with a lot of poise, and we'll be fine.
Poise normally comes with experience, but because you're so young, you're finding it early. Congrats.
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. We'll see you next time.